Hey guys, welcome back. So, recently there has been real hype about the release of a new champion, which is an epic. Also, he is part of the fusion, Magnarr. This is actually an amazing champion, even though he looks a little bit weird. Like, why does he have a tail? And if you already watched some videos from other content creators, basically this champion deals similar amount of damage as Tronda, which is insane. Like, this is an epic which everybody can get. And definitely people are starting to ask the question that should people keep the Magnarr and skip the fusion of Mother Cybele? Like, so in this video I want to discuss with you guys about if you should keep this champion or not. So it's gonna be a fun video, and if you want to jump right to the conclusion, you can just skip to the second part of the video, which I will just show you guys what I think. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so first let me show you guys a screenshot. That's actually from Murder Inc.'s video, okay? I just copy and paste it. So let's take a look at this. This is pretty much the damage output. Compare the damage output from Tronda and Magnarr. So let's just take a look at this raw damage thing. So technically Magnarr deals around 1.5% less damage than Tronda. We can pretty much ignore that 1.4%, right? So let's just say Tronda and Magnarr deals the same damage if they don't have any buffs. That's already insane, right? And like, this champion is a HP based champion, so like there is no attack down or defense down is not gonna affect this champion. That's the good part, right? But the bad part is also there's no HP up buff in this game, so he's always gonna deal similar amount of damage. So as you guys can see here, my Magnarr is at level 50, fully extended. I actually fully booked him because I'm kind of like a whale, but I did not give him any mastery. I will still go for the legendary fusion. I will not keep this guy. I just put some gear on him just for this video and show you guys what he can do at level 50. Alright, so I think his A2 is the one that hits super hard. This is the skill that deals similar amount of damage compared to Tronda's A3, right? And this is a 3 turns cooldown. Like, Tronda's A3 has 5 turns cooldown. So also he has some real good debuffs and debuff spread. Overall, it's amazing champion. So before going to the conclusion, let me just quickly show you guys what he does in arena at level 50. Alright, so let's see. I'm at rank 14 right now. I'm gonna use Magnarr. Like, this is top platinum arena. If I use a level 50 Magnarr, I don't know if it's gonna work though. So like, the team setup is gonna look like this if I'm not going against Hegemon team, obviously. I don't think attack up is needed or defense up is needed, but if I pick one, obviously defense up is a little bit better because it gives me a little bit more survivability, right? Because attack is just completely irrelevant to a defense-based champion or HP champion. So let's just go like this. I should be able to go first. Alright, so let's see here. Whoa. Do this. No. Okay, I still get a turn. Alright, I'm gonna use A2 here. This is level 50 Magnarr. Not bad, actually not bad. That's the weak hit. So both of these champions are blue affinity, so I just weak hit. Reset. Let me just. Actually impressive, right? Actually quite impressive. Let's try this one. This is also a very easy one. Like, I'm not gonna pick those team that has Ursuga or Necrid, because at least I will need level 60 for that. I don't want to waste my resource. So let's see. I think this should be an easy one shot. I'll just do some terminal boost here. Take a look at this. Actually not bad. Let me just sleep her. Okay. Boom. Impressive. Very, very impressive. And I don't think I can beat any of these teams with a level 50 Magnarr. Let's see here. I don't think I can beat them. That's just end of the story. Let's try this guy here. Let's see. Okay, I'm able to go first. Alright, I'm gonna A2 here. Let's see the damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think I have to sleep Kymar, otherwise he's gonna put my team to sleep. Okay. Boom. 30 seconds with a level 50 Magnarr. And right now, like, my Magnarr is having terrible stats. Like, just take a look at this. HP is less than 60,000, not even full crit. Crit damage is also not that impressive. This is probably like a gold 1 stats, and he can already do a lot of damage. So I think right now it's just time for the moment of truth. I will just telling you guys if you should skip this fusion or not. Alright, so let's take a look at this chart again. I think these two champions has similar, pretty much the same damage, based on the premises that both of them doesn't have a buff to improve their damage. That's the problem, right? For Tronda, I think attack up is one of the easiest buff you can get from this game. So like, it just kind of make no sense to compare Tronda to an HP based nuker without attack up, because why not use like attack up? Like, do you not have an arbiter or something, right? But once Tronda has a 50% attack up, things just completely changed. Like 50% attack up basically means 50% more damage. So once Tronda gets a 50% attack up, she just deals around 50% more damage than Magnarr. That's a huge difference, 50%. And I think for a lot of attack based champion in this game, if they compare to Magnarr with a 50% attack up buff, a lot of them will deal more damage than Magnarr. But don't get me wrong, Magnarr is still an amazing champion. And then for defensive nuker, right, I also looked into defensive nuker, for example Solus. And I checked with my clanmates, and basically the conclusion is a Solus with 60% defense up buff will also deal more damage than Magnarr. But it's kind of different because there are not many like super good defense up champion for Arena in this game. Obviously the best is Sifi, and I think pretty much for Platinum Arena there's only Sifi. So for defensive based nuker it's a little bit different story. But again, I'll say it again, so a Solus with 60% defense up is gonna deal more damage than Magnarr. That's just how it is. And I think if you're, especially we're having a CV 10x weekend, right? So I think it's difficult to just telling you guys if you should keep this champion or not. So I will just break it down to a little more details. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys this image, okay? I think this image is pretty straightforward. And it just basically means if you're a type of players that has both Tronda and Solus, then I will recommend you to go for the Mother Cybele, because I just don't see a reason to keep Magnarr, because if you have both Tronda and Solus, you're probably a whale, right? And Magnarr is an epic champion. You're probably gonna pull him within like 2 months. So there's no reason to just having fun with him for like a week and then just put him in the vault. So yeah, if you're a type of player that has both Tronda and Solus, just don't think too much and go for the Legendary Fusion. And then if you're a type of players that have Tronda but don't have Soulless, the situation is a little bit different. Then you're gonna ask yourself, are you an arena player? Because if you're keeping Magnarr, you're pretty much just gonna use him as your nuker, right? If you're not an arena player, then basically you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. So if yes, then ask yourself this question. Are you having difficulty with your Go second team? Because if you have a Tronda and you're just pretty much going first in arena, obviously you're gonna use Tronda all the time, right? With attack up. And if you're having a bad time on your Go second team, then you should fuse Magnarr and keep him. Because I do believe this champion will be very good on your Go second team. But if you're not really having a trouble with your Go second team, then there's no reason to keep him. So yeah, go for the Mother Sabelle if you don't have trouble with your Go second team. And yeah. Alright, so the next scenario is that if you're a type of player that don't have Tronda, but you do have a Soulless, or like, it's not really about Soulless, if you have some decent defensive nuker, then again, if you care about arena, if you don't care about arena, it doesn't really matter because we're talking about nuker. If you do care about arena, then you're gonna ask yourself this question. Is there any good defense up champion on your account? Obviously the best is Sifi, like I said, but defense up is actually not a very common buff, to be honest. It's not like attack up, which is everywhere in this game. There are not many good defense up champions in arena actually. So if you do have a very good defense up champion for arena, then you should definitely use your defensive nuker, because defensive nuker is also very good in a Go second team. So if it's yes, then you should go with the Mother Sabelle fusion, fuse the legendary champion. If you don't have a good defensive champion for arena, then a defensive nuker is not gonna help you a lot, because defensive nuker, like most of them, don't deal that much damage if they don't have defense up. So you should go with HP nuker, which is keep Magnarr. Alright, so the last scenario is obviously if you don't have Tronda and you don't have Soulless or any other good defensive nuker, then you're probably not a heavy spender. That's totally fine. And then what I would suggest you to do is just don't think too much. Just keep Magnarr. This is pretty much a legendary champion, and he's gonna help you a lot. He's definitely gonna become the strongest nuking champion on your account. And actually, like, green affinity is also a very good advantage in arena offense, because usually you don't see a lot of blue affinity champions on arena defense. And also, like, spirit affinity is a counter to the force affinity, right? So actually green affinity is definitely a very big advantage in arena offense. That's why, like, okay, so if you don't have these two champions, just keep Magnarr. Don't go for the legendary fusion. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope my suggestion can help you guys. So like, overall, this guy is definitely amazing. He is a legendary champion, and I saw some people are worrying about that player might nerf him because he's an epic. I don't think they're gonna nerf him, especially he's a fusion champion. There will be a lot of players that skip this fusion for this champion, so I don't think they're gonna do that type of stuff to those players, so don't worry about it. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's pretty much for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!